Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Platt Arena here in Huntington, Indiana. I'm Noah Tobias along with Ryan Lockhart, and again, welcome for this contest against Huntington University against IU East. Last time the Huntington Foresters played basketball here this season was on the 16th at Cumberland University in Tennessee. They lost 51-53. And then the last time that IU played was only a few days ago on the 23rd versus St. Francis, and they lost 82-91. But for IU East, Tia King, she had 26 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, and definitely she is one of the players that we will be looking for, Ryan, as she is averaging 19.9 points. She has 7 rebounds. She's averaging 7 rebounds a game. I mean, she's definitely putting a lot of shot attempts up there for the Red Wolves as well.
Yeah, Tia King is definitely going to be an X factor for the Red Wolves today, as really it dates all the way back to her freshman year, Noah. She averaged 20 points, then 18 as a sophomore, then 17 last year, and currently she's got 19. She's on that line of just averaging 20, so really no lack of scoring from her in any of her 4 years.
Yeah, definitely. Both teams do have a couple of teams that they've both played against. The two teams were Olivet Nazarene and Indiana Wesleyan. Huntington, they played Olivet Nazarene the first game of the season, lost 92-107. IU East, they played them on November the 8th, and they actually won 121-118 in overtime at home. Both teams played them at home, so that kind of shows a little bit on how the home crowd affected things with IU East, but then they also played Indiana Wesleyan. Huntington, they played Indiana Wesleyan December the 2nd and lost 59-60, so just a little earlier this month. But then IU East, they actually played Indiana Wesleyan the first game of the season and won 76-66. So Indiana Wesleyan, not sure if they were just having an off day because it was their first game of the season or what, but they have definitely become a very good team, and we saw that just earlier this month, Ryan.
Yeah, no, and let's not forget with IU East, they started off 5-0. They were hot to start the season. You mentioned a couple of those key wins, but lately they've lost 4 straight, and their last one actually goes back to Ohio Christian, a 10-point win. So it'll be interesting to see how the Red Wolves come out here and see what they can do, because they've never been to Platt Arena either, Noah, so definitely a first for many here, and I'm excited to get into the action.
Yeah, definitely. Both teams trying to end a losing streak. Huntington only losing 1, but IU East losing 4 in a row, like you said, Ryan. We're going to take a quick break right here from Platt Arena. I'm Noah Tobias. This is Brian Lockhart, and this is FDN Sports.
When a family has to make one of the biggest decisions of their lives, they need more than a realtor.
I need a house.
They need an extraordinary team of experts working day in and day out to provide service and knowledge to get the job done right. Anything short of intensity, passion, and drive is unacceptable. Introducing the Ness Brothers, an unstoppable force of realtors here to turn the biggest decision of your life into a walk in the park.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bit of music.
Hello and welcome to FDN News. I'm Kelsey Cruz.
Hi everyone and welcome down to Forest Glen Park. I'm Logan Hines.
Hello, it's Hannah here on Forester Radio 105.5 FM, WQHU. That was just Brother with Need to Breathe, and up next we have Hillsong with Touch the Sky.
Once the floodwaters go down for
This program, I felt like really prepared me well for what it would be like to be in the news industry.
From yesterday to today, the water has certainly risen and spread.
You become a one-man band by the time you graduate, which that's something that people are looking for. People who can shoot, write, and edit all their own stuff.
I was definitely blessed enough to come in and I started calling games right away as a play-by-play announcer.
Longley,
tipped, down and in, and the Foresters taking the second set. Mateo with a nice cutback. She'll take the hit, left foot. That's in! Makes the three. That's good!
Through FDN Sports, it's really going to feel like a professional setting. I'm looking to really just take it to the next level, really just upgrade this FDN Sports and let people know that, FDN Sports is here to stay. We're here to battle with everyone.
With radio, students definitely thrive here just because we are hands-on right away. I have a little weekend weather update for you here. Friday, it looks like it's going to be absolutely beautiful, a high of 72. I think radio and podcasting is a great way to have other people's stories shared, whether that be their testimonies or me just having the chance to talk to people and be able to pour into them in some sort of way.
In the past couple of years, we have taken huge strides. We also do live shots, we're doing more news packages, doing more stories that affect the community. With all the politics going on recently, we've been able to do stories about that.
More a lifetime asset than an education.
And God bless you.
And I will let my future take care of itself.
And vote for Donald Trump.
Hey, keep it locked right here on Forester Radio 105.5 FM.
Well, that's going to do it for us here at FDN Sports. I'm Logan Hunt. Alongside.
Well, that's all we have for you in this installment of FDN News.
Welcome back to Platt Arena. Ryan, how about you tell us a little bit about IU East starting five there?
Yeah, for IU East, we will see number 00 Roseboro, a junior, start at guard. Also, they'll have Libby Springmeyer, also a junior guard, start for them. Number 5, Kristen Miller, a senior guard, will also be a starter. Number 22, Tia King, that one player we highlighted, Noah. She's a senior out of Indianapolis, Indiana. Definitely a big one to watch today. And rounding out the 5, we will have number 23, Mackenzie Campbell, a junior forward from Mooresville, Indiana.
And then for Huntington, they're starting 5, same as usual. Number 4, Maddie Reeker, junior guard. Number 5, Aaron Moore, sophomore forward. Number 12, Sarah Fryman, sophomore forward. Number 24, Haley Krewald, senior guard. And Brooke Saylor, junior forward. And we are underway. Huntington wins the tip. Maddie Reeker gets it to Sarah Fryman. Sarah goes to the right side, gets it down to Brooke Saylor. Brooke Saylor fakes outside, gets the pass tipped away, stolen by number 23, Mackenzie Campbell. And basket quickly by Tia King.
Yeah, really nice fast break start there by Campbell to kind of block Saylor's attempted pass there to start that whole fast break off.
Up top, Sarah Fryman with the ball. Goes towards the left side, and 3-second violation called on Brooke Saylor. Haven't really had a lot of those called on her so far this season.
Yeah, we normally don't see Brooke really camp out in that lane too much, but we will see a full court press here by the Foresters.
King gets it up to number 4, Springmeyer, and Foresters thought it was going to be tipped by Springmeyer, but the officials call it out on Reeker. So Red Wolves with the ball, get it into Tia King, over to Miller. Miller to King, down low to Roseboro. King, Miller. Miller is going to cut to the inside. Gets tripped up, and Roseboro tried to save it, but unable to, so it goes over to the Foresters now.
Yeah, those are really good defensive possession there by the Foresters, Noah. We saw them play that zone we've seen them go to this year, and I think they play it really well.
Matt Reeker now going towards the right side, guarded by King. Reeker getting into Moore. Moore under the basket and banks it home. 2-2 right here in Platt Arena.
Yeah, Reeker doing a good job of finding Moore after she cut under the hoop.
Springmeyer giving it up. Now all the way over to King. King for 3, and that's good.
And that is King's first points of what we both expect many to be tonight, Noah.
Yeah, King does average about 20 points a game. She's definitely the leading scorer for the Red Wolves, as Moore now with the basketball. Back door to Haley Krewald. Pass was going towards Sarah Fryman, but was really out of range, so Saylor came up and got it. Reeker now with the ball. She's coming to the inside. Back up shot. Rebounded by Fryman, and basket goes in. 4-5. Forsters trail the Red Wolves.
Yeah, Fryman doing a great job of crashing the offensive boards there and just finding where Rieker's shot was going.
Campbell gives it up to King. And King back to Campbell. Campbell puts it into the elbow. And basket missed, rebounded by Saylor. Saylor, so far, she is averaging 12 rebounds a game. And she is actually ranked second in NAIA Division II for that stat. She's ranked number 3 in NAIA for total rebounds this season.
Yeah,
Saylor actually goes up with the ball, rebounded by Campbell. She'll take it up herself. Gives it all the way over to Springmeyer. And traveling violation on Springmeyer, so turnover Red Wolves. That is their second turnover to this point.
Yeah, it looked like Springmeyer was going for a little bit of a Euro step there and was trying to get around Saylor, but just dragged her feet a little bit, and that's where we see the turnover.
Rieker handling the basketball for the Foresters. Looking for the back door with Moore, but couldn't find her. Rieker does a great job of cutting inside, gives it up to Saylor. Campbell does a great job of knocking the ball away, but Saylor does a great job of getting it out to Rieker, and three-point basket good, 7-5 now. Forsters up.
Yeah, and we know Tia King likes to score offensively, but if she's going to guard Maddie Rieker today, she's going to have to focus on her defensive efforts because Rieker's just knocking down so many three-point shots, and we see a big steal there by Aaron Moore.
Yeah, Moore doing a great job of being aware where the basketball is at. Rieker gives it to Krewald. Krewald, step back elbow shot, and that's good. 9-5. The Foresters extend the lead. You know, the record for IU East is 8-6, but they are ranked number 12th in NAIA, so it's kind of interesting. You know, the record is a little deceiving, is kind of what we talked about during pregame, Ryan. But they have had a pretty difficult schedule to this point, as number 33, Sarah Cook, comes in for number 4, Springmeyer.
Yeah, the 8-6 record, is really deceiving for this IU East team because, like you mentioned, they have that win over Olivet Nazarene. Plus, they have other key wins. The Indiana Wesleyan one, it's just you don't see a lot of 8-6 teams really ranked or even ranked that high for that fact.
And Sarah Fryman goes up and is fouled by number 5, Kristen Miller. That is her first, team's first, and game's first. So Fryman will be at the line, shooting 2.
And Fryman really almost automatic on free throws as she gets that one to fall. Shooting 92% on the year, Noah. So Coach Kohler always likes when Sarah's on the line.
Yeah, she's actually ranked second individually for her free throw percentage, and she makes both of them. And now Roseboro with the ball. Gets stolen away by Rieker. Rieker faking up and going up for 2, and that's good. 13-5, timeout Red Wolves. And that is going to be a 30-second timeout, so we will stay right here. Ryan, so far, what do you like about the Foresters?
Yeah, it looks like the Foresters have been doing a really good job with this press that they've got on. They haven't had to get back into defense that much, and when they do, they're kind of throwing that zone at them, which you don't expect many teams to go from a press to a zone. So I think that's just kind of confusing this IU East team right now.
Yeah, I was kind of interested to see how Huntington was going to come out because their last game was on the 16th, so they've had a couple of weeks break. Like I said, the last team that they played against was Cumberland University, and really, they've had a lot of rest time, and so how are they going to bounce back from that? Are they going to act tired, or are they going to come out and be relaxed but be too relaxed? There's a lot of different things that they could have done, but so far they're on a 13-5 run, doing really a great job as we get the game back underway. Miller with the ball up top for the Red Wolves. She's going to drive to the inside, kick out to Roseboro. Roseboro crossover, goes to the inside, and he almost gets it stolen away. Ball on the ground, Sarah Fryman with the ball and Roseboro, so they will call a jump ball, and that will go to the Red Wolves.
Yeah, and right now, Noah, you mentioned the score's 13-5. The Forcers right now are on a 11-0 run, so the Red Wolves got to get something going here just to get a basket or a shot up at the hoop.
Miller with the basketball, 5 seconds on the shot clock. She's going to go in, pass out to King. King for three, no good, and rebounded by Cook. Miller now with the basketball, driving the inside, getting kind of kicked around, but stolen by Aaron Moore. Rieker now pushing it up to Fryman. Fryman driving towards the inside, out to Haley Krewald, and she stepped on the end line, so it's going to be a turnover for the Foresters.
Yeah, and the Foresters, Fryman had the ball coming up with Rieker really fast on that right side over there, Noah. So we've seen the Foresters kind of push the pace here as we get a big steal by Aaron Moore, and Maddie Rieker's on the drive again.
And that's a good call by the official. That's going to be a blocking foul on number 5, Kristen Miller. That'll be her second, team second. And that was a good pass by Maddie Rieker. She really timed that pass out pretty perfectly, because if she would have passed it to Krewald just a little bit sooner, Miller would have had time to set her feet and get in front of Krewald, and then that would have been a charging foul. So now a couple substitutions for IU East. Number 32, Amani Reese comes in, and then also number 42, Hannah Blakely comes in for the Red Wolves.
And we'll also see Sarah Hamill check into the game as Krewald hits her second one. We'll see Aaron Moore sit down, and that's one of those changes we've seen really a lot. And Sam Hamill, no, we were talking about, she brings a ton of energy as Campbell drives up and goes into Brooke Saylor for the foul there.
Yeah, really, for the Foresters, really for Brooke Saylor, she jumped up and she just needed to keep her feet right there, just act long right there, but instead picks up her first foul, team's first for the Foresters. And number 23, Mackenzie Campbell at the line, made her first and about to shoot her second, but Casey Morton's going to check in for Brooke Saylor.
Yes, Casey Morton, not really the same player as Brooke at all. We'll see Casey, she'll get down in the post, but really a great three-point shooter, and one of the players we see for Lure Color squad that likes to spot up, and if she is able to spot up, almost a dead eye out there, Noah.
Yeah, definitely. Casey Morton, really when you look at her, you would think that she'd be down in the post, but she has a great outside shot. She has the ball going over to Krewald. Krewald shoots a three, and rebounded by number 32, Reese, putting it up the court to Cook. And Krewald getting the ball stolen away. Doing a great job of getting that to Maddie Rieker so she can slow a couple of things down. Rieker getting it to Hamill. Hamill up top. Picks up her dribble. 5 count on her and gets it to Krewald. Down under to Rieker. Goes right through her hands, and so that's going to be another turnover for the Foresters.
Yeah, Maddie Rieker was cutting under the basket and was just open for a split second there, and I think that's what Haley Krewald saw as she was trying to get that. And once again, Campbell to Cook this time. Really nice inside pass there for 2 points for the Red Wolves.
Yeah, that's easy 2 points for IU East. Really made that look simple as Maddie Rieker now gets to Sam Hamill. Hamill does a little shake and bake action, gives it over to Fryman. Fryman gives it to Rieker. 3-point basket up, no good. Rebounded by King. That's great box out by King as she drives the ball all the way up to the elbow. Gives it over to 42, Blakely. 3-point basket short, rebounded by Krewald.
And we see IU East really pushing the pace when they get the ball, Noah. Not letting the Foresters set up by no means, and I think that's helped them go on a little scoring effort themselves here as Sam Hamill gets her shot blocked there by Tia King. Really big play there for IU East.
Yeah, that was huge for IU East. Really, Sam Hamill, she had an open lane to the basket, or what she thought, and Tia King really did a great job of just sliding over and getting a hand on it.
And we'll see Conway check into the game for IU East.
Maddie Rieker with the basketball up top for the Foresters. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Maddie just takes it herself, goes in for a layup. No good. Rebounded by Saylor, though. I'm sorry, by Fryman. Gives it over to Sam Hamill. Now to Morton. Fryman digging down in, and that 2-point basket is good. 17-9 with 2:30 left in this first quarter.
Yeah, Fryman going straight into Conway and not caring that she's a bigger body, as we see that pass just a little bit too high there from King, and likely not really able to corral that, as that just had a high bounce and was too far for her.
Yeah, really, I feel like that pass was a little out of control. Really didn't need to have that kind of a pass. They were just a little bit more patient. A better cutter right there as Crewell gets it down to Fryman. Fryman to Morton. 3-ball up, no good. Rebounded by Sam Hamill. To Reeker, to Morton. To the other side of the court to Crewald. And stolen away by Cook, and foul on Crewald. Really a lot of action going on down there on that end of the court. Lots of long passes, and Michaela Avina will check in for Haley Crewald. That was Haley's first personal foul, team second. Cook with the ball. Now to the inside to Reese. Reese is going to take it herself and actually pass it. Tipped away by Morton, and it'll remain Red Wolves ball as Brooke Saylor coming in for the Foresters, replacing Sarah Fryman.
Yeah, we see IU East with a couple of their 6-footers out there themselves, Noah, so Lori Culler electing to go with Saylor, who can kind of play with them a little bit easier than some of these other Foresters.
And 2-point basket up and good by King. King again getting a couple more points to hopefully get to her 20-point average. As Reeker now with the basketball, giving it to Saylor. Saylor taking Cook to the inside. She's going up for 2 and gets fouled. That foul was on number 33, Sarah Cook.
You know, it looks like Cook is kind of asking her teammates, guys, where's the help at? I mean, we know about Brooke Saylor, and you got to think this IU East team knows that she had, 4 or 5 double-doubles in a row. I mean, Brooke Saylor's one of those people that you kind of want to watch out for if you're an opposing team, as we see her miss her first free throw there.
Yeah, her free throw percentage is at 74%, so not bad, but definitely could be better. And second one up short and rebounded by number 15, Conway. Tia King giving it up to Cook. Actually, that's 42, Blakely. She's going to take a 3-point shot, airballs it. And that will go out on Sam Hamill, so that will remain Red Wolves ball with 15 seconds on the shot clock. 1 minute 9 seconds left to go here in this first quarter. Huntington up 17-11. King inbounding the ball. Getting it outside to Cook. Guarded by Saylor. She's going to take Saylor all the way to the inside. No good. Rebounded by Reeker, And Rieger taking the ball up for the Foresters. Giving it over to Avina. Avina kind of just dribbling around up there. 50 seconds on the game clock. Sam Hamill goes in. Almost travels. Gives it to Brooke Saylor. Saylor passes it off to Avina. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Casey Morton 4-3. No good. Rebounded by Cook.
And Morton right now 0 for 2 from beyond the arc. And something we don't see a whole lot, Noah, is we both mentioned she's really one of those players we look to get a couple threes as shot clock kind of starts to wind down now, under 25 seconds.
And 3-point basket, good by number 32, Reese. Shot clock turned off, 15 seconds on the game clock now. Really wanting that last shot. Reeker with the basketball for the Foresters. Goes to the left, goes to the inside, layup, good. 1 second, and King throws it up, and that will be no good either way. Got it off just a little bit late. And so that will end quarter number 1 here in Platte Arena. Foresters leading the Red Wolves 19-14. We will be right back with second quarter action.
When I set foot on Huntington's campus for the first time, I just knew that this was the place I was supposed to be, and that decision forever changed my life. I was a new Christian at the time, but I grew so much while I was at Huntington. I felt known and I felt valued there, and the education department was just so great. In fact, I found a job before I even graduated, and I believe that's because my classes at Huntington equipped me to do so. I'm fulfilling my goal of serving others through teaching, and because of Huntington's impact on me, I now have that desire to pass on those values to all my students.
In high school, my life felt empty in a way. I was living in a world full of temptations and distractions, and I needed to be transformed, I guess you could say. Here at Huntington, there are many ways that I experienced that transformation. As a film major, I feel encouraged by my friends, upperclassmen, and by my professors. Other students and staff are willing to pass on their knowledge, and that inspires me to do the same towards others. My ultimate goal in life is to become a filmmaker who gives back. I want to give people that energy and passion that I feel after watching a film. I want to go out in the world and give thanks to God for the gifts He has given me.
Back here in Platt Arena, the Forcers lead the Red Wolves 19-14. Getting ready to start off the second quarter. Forcers will have possession. Maddie Reeker with the ball. She gives it off to Saylor. Fakes the handoff to Hamill. Saylor goes the inside and gets it tipped away by Campbell. Ball being wrestled around down there, and jump ball will be called, and that will go to the Red Wolves.
Yeah, no, this IU Red Wolves team, they do a great job of hustling for those balls. Like when, I think that's the second time we've seen a loose ball and come up to Red Wolves' possession because they just hustle.
And now King with the three-point basket, up and good. Forcers only lead by 2 now, 19-17. Reeker with the basketball, trying to make something happen for the Forcers as she gives it off to Hamill. Now to Avina. Avina driving towards the right side of the court. Passes it to Saylor. Not a very good pass as that is being tipped away, stolen by Tia King. And King, thinking about driving to the inside, pulls back. Three-point basket up and no good from her. Sam Hamill with the rebound though. Saylor hands it off to Reeker.
Yeah, good possession there by IU East. We saw once again another loose ball come out to their favor.
Reeker giving it off to Hamill. Hamill fakes the inside, gives it to Avina. Avina now giving it to Reeker. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Really need to get something off right here. 5 seconds. Reeker up, hits the rim, no good. Rebounded by 23, Campbell. King now with possession, passing it off to 15, Conway. And now Cook couldn't handle that pass down low. Reeker now with the ball. Hamill will travel. Hamill just kind of seemed like she was kind of just getting whacked around inside as 00 Sybil Roseboro will come back in for the Red Wolves.
We'll also see Brooke Yoder and Sarah Fryman both check into the game. Yoder's first minutes of the night, and I think Fryman just need a little bit of an extra rest there, but nice to see her back on the court as she does lead the Forcers in points scored per game with 15.
Bad pass from King, so that'll be another turnover for the Red Wolves. And Sarah Fryman gonna pass the ball in for the Forcers, but actually Forcers will take a 30-second timeout. So really, Ryan, something that I'm seeing from the Red Bulls so far is that Tia King, she's really doing a great job of putting up good baskets. Really, I mean, she's not forcing anything. There have been a couple passes that she's really forced, and really the team overall. But you can see with King there, that last possession, that turnover that she just had, really that was like a one-handed pass. Really didn't need that. I mean, it was a very long pass across court. I think she could be just a little bit smarter with how she passes the ball. But overall, I think her and the Red Wolves are playing a decent game.
You know, we've seen Tia King, I would say she's really an unselfish player. Her 19 points per game, we've seen her tonight. She's got a couple assists. She's one of those players that allows the game to be played through her, but it's not her game. She doesn't have to score. I think she just benefits from the scoring because she does a good job of being a really good facilitator.
Brooke Saylor with the basketball, giving it to Hamill, giving it to Fryman now. 15 seconds on the shot clock, giving it down to Saylor. Saylor goes to work, 2 points up, no good. Rebound, and 2 points for her now. 21-17. Great job by Brooke Saylor, just kind of muscling her way down in there. Ball to number 4, Springmeyer. Down to King over on the other side. 3-point basket, good. Forsters only have a 1-point lead now.
Yeah, Tia King is not one of those players you want to leave open, Noah. I mean, we keep mentioning it over and over again. She's got a dead eye from outside as we see a turnover there by Maddie Reeker. Looked like Sam Hamill kind of slipped a little bit and wasn't able to gather that.
Aaron Moore will check in for Sam Hamill.
We'll also see Kristen Miller check into the game for IU East. Remember, Noah, she does have those 2 fouls, so look to see if the Forsters kind of attack her a little bit and try to get that quick 3rd foul.
Roseboro, 2-point basket up, no good. Just a little hard off the backboard, and that was tipped by the Red Wolves, but corralled by Miller. Miller taking it to the inside, pass out to Roseboro, down into 4, Springmeyer. Miller, Roseboro, fake the 3, cross court to King, and 3-ball up and no good. Way off the backboard, and King will corral her own rebound as it bounced out to about half court. 7 seconds now on the shot clock. Springmeyer not able to get that one up. Being corralled by Fryman, and that is actually going to be shot clock violation on the Red Wolves, so that will go to the Foresters.
Yeah, it looked like as that shot clock kind of started to come down a little bit, the Red Wolves had nothing on offense, and there was really nobody knew what was going on there, and that's what led to the turnover.
Brooke Yoder with the basketball, giving it to Aaron Moore. We're now taking one dribble and stopping, giving it to Saylor. Saylor going down, giving it to Reeker. Reeker, 3-ball up and good. Great to see her make a 3-point basket. She struggled just a little bit here in this game. Roseboro now with the ball, giving it over to Springmeyer. Springmeyer to King. Thought about making that corner 3-point basket, but now Springmeyer up, no good for that basket, rebounded by Fryman. Gives it up to Reeker, and she'll take it up.
And we see the Forsters slow the pace here as both teams have really been running here. We see a big 3-pointer here by Brooke Yoder.
Yeah, really wasn't expecting her to shoot that basket, but when she did, it looked really good. She looked really comfortable getting that in that pocket. And now 27-20 is the score.
And after back-to-back threes, the Forsters once again look comfortable in this zone.
Roseboro giving it down to 15, Conway. Conway to Springmeyer to Miller. Miller drives inside. King for 3, no good, rebounded by Moore. Moore gives it off to Reeker, and Reeker again will control it for the Foresters as she brings it up. Missed a wide open Yoder on the right side. Reeker, though, giving it to Saylor. Saylor driving to the other side of the court, giving it to Fryman now. Fryman goes the inside, goes up for 2, and just misses. King now with the basketball for the Red Wolves. Is met by Yoder, gives it to Springmeyer. 3-ball up and good. 23-27. Huntington still leads against the Red Wolves.
Yeah, nice spot up 3-pointer there by Springmeyer to get that one to convert.
Kohler really wanting a foul. Coach Kohler really wanting a foul on the other side as Brooke Yoder now giving it down to Saylor. Saylor up, 2 points, no good. Rebounded by 15. Conway. Miller to number 4, Springmeyer. Back to Miller. Over to Roseboro. 3-ball up and no good. Rebounded by Fryman. And a foul will be called by King. King just kind of went in there looking for a ball, but she got a little bit of arm too. 2 substitutions now. Number 24, Amanda Warland. Number 23, Mackenzie Campbell. And also number 42, Hannah Blakely will come in for IU East.
And we'll see Brooke Saylor take a seat as Cindy will check into the game for her. And we've seen Cindy come in before, and she provides good minutes, plays good defense down low as Campbell will pick up and an early foul there in the shot clock for IU East. That's only her first, though, and Campbell's really been hustling out there. We've seen her kind of get Saylor, a little bit frustrated. Just multiple players, because she plays with a lot of speed and a lot of passion. You can just tell out there on the court.
Yeah, definitely Campbell doing a great job so far. She's guarding Brooke Yoder. She had the ball, and she passed it to Maddie Reeker. Reeker now giving up to Moore. Moore taking the pick from Reeker, giving it to Reeker. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Reeker giving it to Yoder. Yoder for three, and that's good. 30-23 now with 3 minutes, 20 seconds left to go in the first half.
And if she's hot, keep feeding her, Noah. That's the second three-pointer there for Yoder, as Miller gets a nice little pass to Springmore, inside.
Maddie Reeker with the basketball now. Thinking about using Moore's pick. She does. Almost gave the ball up, and Fryman will give the ball up to Miller. Miller slowing the pace just a little bit, giving it up to Roseboro. Roseboro now met by Fryman, giving it to Miller. Now to the inside, number 23, Campbell, and that ball is up and good for Campbell.
Yeah, Campbell doing a good job of attacking the rim tonight. We've seen her get a foul on Brooke Saylor so far, and she's just been that spark plug for this offense outside of Tia King right now.
Brooke Yoder now going to the inside, doing a great job. Nice touch off the backboard, 32-27. Forsters still have a 5-point lead. Miller giving it off to Blakely. Blakely going to the inside, holds up as she was met by Cindy Inkrowen. Passes it off to 24 Werland, and she gets easy 2-point basket.
Yeah, we saw Cindy come over to help there on defense and just let her man up there.
Aaron Moore now with the basketball. Giving it over to Reeker. Reeker thought about going baseline. Held up. Now goes to back to the inside. Gives it to Yoder. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Yoder now going to the inside. Left hand up and good. 34-29.
And Brooke Yoder is feeling it tonight, Noah, as that is yet another basket for her.
Roseboro driving it into traffic, and foul called on, I believe it's going to be on Maddie Reeker. Really could have been called on Maddie Reeker or Aaron Moore, and it was called on Reeker. That's her team's first of this second quarter. Haley Krewald comes in for Aaron Moore, and number 32 for the Red Wolves, Imani Reese, comes in for number 5, Miller. Roseboro with the basketball. Reeker did a great job of coming in. Now Campbell goes up, and she will actually be called for a traveling violation. Good eyes by the official.
Yeah, early turnover there for IU East. On the floor for your Forsters, we'll have Reeker, Fryman, Yoder, Cindy, and Haley Krewald.
And Reeker will go to the inside. Thought about passing it to Krewald. She does. Krewald gets it to Yoder. Yoder thought about the three. She goes to the inside, out to Reeker. 10 seconds on the shot clock. She is called for a traveling violation. And there's been quite a few travel calls here by both sides in this game.
And when we've seen both teams really push the pace and they kind of slow it down, we'll see a lot more of those travels, Noah, as players are trying to go fast and slow at the same time as we'll see an easy 2 points there for Warland in the inside of that Forster defense.
34-31, Forsters lead the Red Wolves. 35 seconds on the game clock. Brooke Yoder with the ball. Pass into Fryman. Fryman goes up for three, no good. Rebounded by Werland. And almost gets it stolen away by Krewald. Really wanting that one as number 32, Reese with the ball. 15 seconds on the game clock. Waiting for a final shot. Reese almost thought about a pass. Gives it up to Campbell. Campbell goes up for two. No good. Rebounded by Werland. Again, no good. 5 seconds on the game clock. Stolen away by Fryman. 1 second. Up and no good. Comes up just a little bit short. And the Forsters go into the locker room up by 3, 34-31. That is your halftime score in Platte Arena. When we come back, we will have some halftime statistics. And I'm Noah Tobias along with Ryan Lockhart, and you are watching FDN Sports.
It's just an incredible feeling to know that you are handing these folks the keys to a life-changing house. It's not just a house. It's not just walls and windows. It's a home that they get to bring up their family in, bring up their kids in, and show their kids what it means to get out of poverty and to make a better life for themselves. My name is Casey Colmorgan. I'm the Executive Director at Huntington County Habitat for Humanity. We are a construction company. We are a mortgage company. We are a financial institution. We are advocates for families. We are a budgeting center. And on top of it, we are also a retail store. So we wear a lot of hats as an organization. Our main focus is to serve the community any way we can. And so we want to help families empower themselves and find a better life through the process of homeownership. The need is so great. And that doesn't just mean families who are homeless, but it's also families who are packing multiple families into one house or into one apartment to try to make ends meet. It's families that are living in predatory renting situations where they're spending $800–900 a month for a one-bedroom apartment. And that's just, it's not viable for people. We build one house about a year, and so it may not seem like we need a lot of help, but we need all the help that we can get, and that comes in a couple of different ways. First of all, we always need donations. If that's financial support of our programs, or if that's donations to the Restore to help us build our programs, those two things are crucial for us. But we also need volunteers. We need them in the Restore, we need them on the build site, we even need them in the office from time to time. And so getting as many people involved as possible is what's really important for us. I would imagine that we will continue to grow long term. We will continue to serve as many families as we can, and we will hope that we can build as many houses as possible to get families into appropriate housing that's clean and safe and affordable.
FDN News is our campus news station, and we are just a news station that shines Christ's light on campus and in the Huntington community, whether that be going to a presidential rally or talking about the meal plans on campus. Everything we do for the glory of God.
With news, you have such a great opportunity to go out to hear people's stories and tell their stories and to be light and to share that light. So my goal for FDN News is first and foremost that students would learn, that they would engage, they would learn a little bit about themselves, about communicating with others, refine their skills, and become expert storytellers for the kingdom of Christ. The benefit to coming to Huntington and being in the Forrester Digital Network is you get hands-on experience. So we have some freshmen coming in that week one, they are taking a camera out and they are teaming up with an upperclassman and refining their skills. So by the time you graduate, you've got 4 years of hands-on and classroom experience.
FDN is so much fun. I feel like it really is a great aspect of the school, and I'm so glad I get to be a part of it as a freshman especially. Like, it's just a great experience.
You can love working a camera and be part of FDN. You can love storytelling and be part of FDN. You can be a math student and be an FDN. Like, anybody can do it. It's a big family. We have fun together. And I just encourage, if you've ever been curious about news or what a newsroom looks like, volunteer with FDN whenever you can.
Well, that's all we have for you in this week's installment of FDN News.
The Global Initiatives degree that we're offering is seeking to equip folks who are interested in applying a ministry education to cross-cultural work. So somebody who's looking to do holistic ministry, somebody who's looking to engage in the business for transformation or business as missions model would find some equipping through our Global Initiatives degree.
Our Global Youth Ministries degree is designed to prepare people for leadership in youth ministry, quite simply anywhere in the globe. It's for men and women who are already in youth ministry or for people who are simply preparing to lead youth ministry.
One of the things I like about the pastoral leadership track is that Luke and Karen, who worked on developing it, consulted with church leaders so that people preparing for ministry leadership in the church would have the skills and the knowledge that they need.
Some of what I'd want our program to be known for is being really clear-minded about linking our own program vision with the Lord's vision for His people and for the kingdom. What we want to do is be faithful to that which He's called us to. And some of that would be that we believe that the Church of Jesus Christ is going to be well served when it's populated and led by people who have stories of being reached by Christ and are now being well formed to follow Him no matter what the cost.
The Alumni Office at Huntington University is really here to stay in touch with the alumni and graduates, as well as provide resources to them so they can reconnect. It's just really important to us that we keep in touch with them and then let them know what's going on campus as well, things that they might want to continue to stay involved with or maybe participate in an alumni gathering.
I started getting involved as an alumni board member, and we would do various projects throughout the university, throughout the year. Just being able to meet people who've graduated and to listen to their stories about the university, back then the college, and how it's grown today, it's really an honor and a privilege to be a Forester. I knew that this was going to be the university that I was going to graduate from, and I have friends here that will be lifelong.
So one of the things that's kind of fun about our department is we have regular gatherings. We call them Friday at Fairchild's house, and Dr. Mark Fairchild hosts these gatherings for our majors, and we get together, I guess it's about once a month.
First I was like, that's kind of weird, like we're gonna go hang out at a professor's house, but for my Greek class he offered extra credit if we would go. So I was like, it's worth it, I'll take some friends with me and try it out, and it was a ton of fun.
I think that's one thing that's kind of unique about Huntington. We really are able to joke and get to know each other outside of the classroom on a personal level. We really become friends, I think, with our students.
The experience of being able to sit in a professor's house and engage in scholarly discussion and informal discussion over something faith-based is, I think, very unique to this university.
If you look at a variety of the research regarding the top skill sets that employers are looking for, communication always ranks top 5. Many times it's the top 3. These are skills that are far more important, not only in job, but in life. In family context, in social context, in professional contexts.
One thing that's different about Huntington University as a Christian college is that we have a journalism major. Other Christian universities and the Council of Christian Colleges and Universities have a communication major in which you then sub-specialize in these different areas. We have an actual major in journalism, an actual major in public relations, an actual major in communication studies.
Teachers try to incorporate different aspects of like the Bible into or core curriculum. There's so many things that can spark, you know, excitement, enthusiasm. But here you're reminded that in all of that fluff, in all of that glam, that Christ is the center and Christ is core.
One aspect of Huntington University that I think makes us distinctive is the fact that 100% of our teaching faculty have PhDs. Also, here at Huntington University, the communication department, we offer 2 very different perspectives on the same field of communication. So we have 2 professors here that view the field quite differently, and I think the students benefit from that.
When I look in the Gospels and I see Jesus interacting with people, he was a really good communicator and understood people well. That's kind of what communication is about, trying to be clear about what you're saying and to understand people. And so by practicing communication, I think we can become better at doing that, and I can be more like Christ in that way.
Welcome back to Platt Arena. I'm Noah Tobias along with Ryan Lockhart. Halftime score, the Foresters lead the Red Wolves 34-31. Ryan, what are a couple things that you see on the stat sheet that kind of stand out to you with the Red Wolves?
You know, we see for the Red Wolves, their total field goal percentage is 48%. Actually pretty good for what we see teams defensively come in here against the Foresters. As a team shooting 41% from beyond the arc, we see miss a couple key ones that could have this score in the other favor by a lot. But once again, the highlight player, we've mentioned her over and over again. With 13 points, Tia King is having herself a night so far, Noah. She does have 3 rebounds to go along with that. She averages 7 on the year per game. But she does have those 3 turnovers. That's kind of hurt her a little bit so far. We talked about her being unselfish, but I think Tia King's having a great night so far. And really, if the Red Wolves, are going to have a better second half and be able to come back, I think it's got to come from Mackenzie Campbell. She's got 4 points with 3 rebounds and really has been the one that's got Brooke Saylor all frustrated.
Yeah, definitely. And really, it's hard to get Brooke that frustrated. I mean, really, she only has 4 rebounds and 2 points at this time. So really, I think Brooke Saylor, if I really had to predict something in the second half, I would say that Brooke is going to have a great second half. We'll just kind of have to see how she comes out. But for the Foresters, Maddie Reeker and Brooke Yoder are both have 10 points, also, Sarah Fryman has 6 points, Erin Moore with 2, Brooke Saylor with 2. Foresters averaging 48% from the field. They are at 44% as a team for 3-pointers and 67% from the free throw line. They're 4 of 6, 4 of 9 for 3-pointers and 13 of 27 from the field. Really, the Foresters, they have 10 turnovers. I'm looking at the wrong thing. They have 10 turnovers, and the Red Wolves have 13 turnovers. So Foresters winning that battle. We'll see if they win the point battle here in this second half, as the second half is underway with Maddie Reeker with the ball, giving it over to Krewald. Krewald giving it under to Fryman. She squares up, goes towards the middle, gives it to Saylor, down under to Moore. Moore goes up for 2, and that's good. 2 points for Moore as we start off this second half.
Yeah, great find there for Moore to get under the basket and be able to find some open space under there and get that one to convert.
Now over the side, Springmeyer with the ball, getting it in to King. Back to Springmeyer, back to King. 10 seconds. Cook is in the inside, and 2 points up and good. 33-36. 2-2 here in this second half. And Maddie Reeker with the ball, giving it over to Erin Moore. Moore gives it to Krewald and almost got that ball stolen away as Moore went into the stands. Krewald went in the stands, and Reeker, 2-point basket, no good for her as Roseboro was able to get that rebound, gives it to Miller. King out to the outside, 3-ball up and good. We get a tie ball game at 36.
Yeah, and Brooke Saylor tried to come out there, and she got her hand up in what you would say is really a great defensive position most of the time. But with Tia King, I don't know if anybody could really slow her down. No, as we see Sarah Fryman drive in here and look for a foul.
That foul will be on number 23, Mackenzie Campbell. That'll be her second personal foul, team's first of this third quarter. Sarah Fryman will be at the lane shooting 2. First one up and good. She's 3 of 3 for the night so far.
Yeah, Fryman really hasn't had the scoring night that we're used to seeing from her. Currently only has 6, make that 8 so far on the night. Might see her heat up a little bit here in the second half to get to her season average at 15.
And number 23, Cook goes to the inside, passes it to Roseboro, not able to convert that as Maddie Reeker gets the ball, brings it up for the Foresters, and gets tripped by by number 22, Tia King. That'll be her second personal foul, team second of this third quarter. Maddie Reeker will take the ball out of bounds for the Foresters. Gets to Krewald, and Krewald keeps it, 2 points up and good. Easy basket for her off the backboard, 40-36.
And the Foresters let the lead get tied at 1 point, but now got it stretched back out to 4 points with the big steal there by Erin Moore. Looking for Reeker as she finds her.
Reeker setting up a play for the Foresters. as she fakes handoff to Krewald, and again, an easy 2-point basket for her off the backboard. 42-36, Forsters up 6.
And with the Forsters on a 6-point run right now, this zone on defense is looking good, but the offense for the Forsters has been clicking right now.
Miller with the basketball, giving it over to King. King thought about the three, gives it to Miller. Back to King, 3-ball up, and no good. Missed a little to the right. Rebounded by Saylor. Krewald now with the basketball. Does a great job of slowing it down. Giving it off to Reeker. 7 minutes left to go in this third quarter. Reeker thought about looking for the back door, couldn't find it. Getting the 5 count on her, giving it off to Saylor just in time. Saylor giving it to Reeker. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Reeker goes baseline, gives it to Fryman, Gets it stolen away. Miller now, breakaway layup, up and good. Forsters only up by 4, 42-38.
And we've seen that fast break really be what's hurt the Forsters all night, Noah. For IU East, and that's really what's kept them in the game.
Aaron Moore tried to go to baseline, gets the ball tipped away, and Reeker could not save it. So another turnover for the Foresters here in this second half. Number 33 for the Red Wolves, Sarah Cook, will check in, and she comes in for number 4, Libby Springmeyer. Number 5, Kristen Miller with the basketball, given over to Roseboro. Thought about a 3-point shot, getting the count on her. Gives it off to Tia King, down to number 23, Campbell, and is fouled by Brooks Saylor. It's an interesting foul call, to say the least, as Campbell will be at the line shooting 2.
And Campbell is an 86% free throw shooter. She gets her first one to drop there. Really, Campbell's had a good night stat-wise. Not the greatest, not one of those people we'll see pop out on the stat sheets, but we mentioned that she just frustrates opponents' players. We've seen her do that all night with Brooke Saylor. She gets the second one to convert there.
42-40, Forsters up by 2 with 6 minutes left to go in this second half, and the clock was not running. Both shot clock and game clock were not running, and the officials just trying to sort everything out. So 24 seconds will be put onto the shot clock, and not sure what they're going to be putting up on the game clock, but 6 minutes and 1 second will be put on the game clock. Sounds about right. We'll go with that. As Brooke Saylor now with the basketball, takes it in herself and goes up for 2. Misses, rebounded by Campbell again, really disrupting Brooke Saylor. Giving it to Miller. Miller to Roseboro, tipped away by Sarah Fryman. Gives it off to Reeker.
Ooh, was that a nice block by Fryman? I don't think you could have got more ball on that note. She had her whole arm wrapped around that one.
Saylor with the basketball up top, giving it to Moore. Moore to Krewald. Krewald for 3, and that's good. Forsters up by 5 now, 45-40.
And Roseboro really just let Krewald kind of spot that one up and take her time to get that one.
Tia King with the basketball as she finds Roseboro. Getting it inside to Campbell and tipped away by Reeker. So that will remain Red Wolves ball as number 42, Blakely, will check in for Roseboro.
With a 5-point game, just over 5 minutes remaining here, we'll see if IU East can kind of get the ball to fall here as Campbell splits the defenders. Gets one to go inside.
Yeah, that's fairly weak defense, but that's a great job by Campbell of recognizing that and just doing a great job of kind of powering herself through the 2 defenders for the Forsters as Aaron Moore not able to corral that pass. And Campbell now with the basketball. Reekler was trailing. Pass down low to Blakely, and she gets that in. Actually, that'll be 33 Cook. And Rieker now with the basketball for the Foresters, only up by 1, 45-44 with a little under 4.5 minutes left to go. Saylor now to Moore to Fryman. Fryman looking to the inside, step back, 2-point shot, and that's good. And timeout called by Coach Kohler. That'll be a 30-second timeout, so we will stay right here.
And with only a 3-point game right now, Noah, it looks like IU East is kind of frustrating the Foresters here. What are you seeing that's kind of got the Foresters out of whack here?
Yeah, really, they're not, well, I guess, for one thing, Brooke Saylor, that is definitely the one person that is out of sync tonight. I mean, so far this year, she's averaged 11.6 points a game, and she's also averaging 12.5 rebounds per game. Really not doing a whole lot of scoring. She's tried a couple of times. She's had a couple of attempts, but not really. A lot of them have fallen. I believe she still only has those 2 points that she had at halftime. Really, you know, she can really spark the Foresters' offense, and because she's not really playing that great of a game, and I can't really remember the last time Brooke Saylor hasn't played really well in a game, to be honest. Ball down low to number 33, Cook. And that easy 2-point basket is able to go. 47-46 again. Foresters lead by 1. Maddie Rieker calling out a play, giving it to Fryman. Fryman looked inside a couple of times, couldn't get it there. And now Haley Krewald for 3, no good, a little long, rebounded by Campbell. Now Tia King giving it off to Campbell. Campbell goes to the inside, pass out to Miller, pass out to Cook. Cook inside to Campbell. Campbell against Saylor. And not really sure what happened there. She kind of lost the ball, and now the official is going to call it. And the foul will actually go against Sarah Fryman. That'll be her first, team second. I believe that was just a little bit of a late call. That's why I was a little confused about it. She kind of reached in with that arm, I believe.
Yeah, we'll see Campbell go to the line, Noah. Doing a good job so far tonight, but Tia King really has been what's got this IU East team started, as we see Campbell hit that first one there. King's really got it going from beyond the arc, from her passes. Really just everything's clicking for her tonight.
And the second one is up and good, 2 for 2 for Campbell. And I believe this is IU's first lead of the ballgame, 48-47. And I think one of the things that's really going to determine how this game turns out is the free throws. So far, both teams doing a great job from the free throw line. Stolen away by Campbell. Pass up to Miller. Miller for an easy layup is good. And Maddie Rieker now driving it up for the Foresters. Red Wolves up by 3, 47-50, with 3 minutes left to go here in this third quarter. Krewald going to the inside, almost dribbles it off her foot. Missed layup, rebounded by Saylor. Ball taken away by Cook.
And once again, another costly turnover there by the Foresters.
And Yoder tipping the ball, but Tia King comes back up with it, and a big block by Brooke Saylor. And really the gym just went a little quiet as Brooke Saylor swats that ball out of bounds. 23, Campbell passes it inside to Cook. Great block shot by Brooke Saylor, and a foul will be called on Maddie Rieker. That will be Maddie Rieker's second personal foul, team's third of the third quarter, with 2 minutes 40 seconds left to go here in this third quarter. King giving it over to Cook. Back to King, looking for the inside. King will drive it to the inside, pass out to Cook. 3-ball up and no good, rebounded by Krewald.
Yeah, good defensive possession there by the Foresters. Really needed a big stop, as last couple of defensive trips, well, there hasn't been any because they've been fast breaks for IU East.
Yeah, this is a very important possession for the Foresters, in my opinion. 47-50, 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Brooke Yoder goes up, and that's a little short, rebounded by Miller. Miller driving the ball up quickly, giving it over, and now passing it right back on out to Campbell. Back to 42, Blakely Three ball up, no good. And really nobody's blocking out for the Foresters as Campbell is able to get that one in, but she injures her knee. She kind of came down wrong on that, I think. And training staff will be coming out. And yeah, that was Sarah Cook, number 33 for IU East. She's able to walk off, which is really great to see. One minute, 43 seconds left to go here in this third quarter. Red Wolves up 52-47 against the Foresters.
Yeah, we saw number 15, Conway, checked in for IU East, as well as Sam Hamill and Casey Morton for your Foresters. So both teams are electing to add a couple people here. Foresters looking to get something going as they're down right now.
Haley Krewald, ball going to the inside, pass out to Hamill. Hamill fakes, pass it right back on out to Krewald. Krewald, two ball up, no good. Rebounded by King. King passes over to Miller. Miller pass back to King. Three ball up and no good. Rebounded by Casey Morton. Morton really just getting a lot of hands thrown inside at the ball, and foul will be called on number 15, Haley Conway. That'll be Conway's first personal foul, team's third. Getting a lot of hands really just kind of being thrown towards the ball and just get a little bit of Morton's arm there. And Krewald now gets to the ball to the inside of Saylor. Saylor, easy 2 points for her. She just backs down number 23, Campbell, and I think that'll really help her confidence going forward as she can overpower Conway now. And Brooke Saylor, another steal, gives it up to Haley Krewald, and Krewald will take the ball up herself. 35 seconds on the game clock. Brooke Yoder now with the basketball. Getting the ball down to Brooke Saylor. Saylor up for the reverse layup, no good, rebounded by Saylor. And now rebounded, actually stolen away by Tia King. 15 seconds on the game clock. King just trying to waste a little bit of time. 7 seconds now. King crossing over, out to Miller. Miller for three, and that's going to be short. And rebounded by Krewald. And that will be the end of the third quarter as Campbell is down and hurt right now. So we will take it to commercial break, and we will be right back for fourth quarter action.
At Lakeview Middle School, I'm a 7th grade language arts teacher. I primarily teach 12, 13, and sometimes 14-year-olds reading and writing.
One of the unique things about the teacher education program at Huntington University is the relationships that are developed between the faculty and students.
They are super thoughtful people. They want to be a part of your life. They want to, be your mentor and help you through this process of becoming the best teacher that you could possibly be.
I have a very good relationship with a lot of my professors from Huntington, and I think that's because they asked me questions that were even outside of the classroom. And then after class, I wanted to tell them about things that were going on in my life and the exciting things with teaching.
And because our class sizes are small, we get to know them as people, we get to know their strengths, weaknesses, because then we know how best to help them. And it also simply makes the whole experience a lot more enjoyable.
I still use a lot of the activities I learned with them with my students today. And so it was really helpful to have that time with them and especially those conversations with them. I think that Huntington prepared me incredibly well for the teaching position I have now from the beginning of when I...
Back here in Platt Arena, Forster still down by the Red Wolves 49-52. As we've just gotten word that Huntington is under a snow advisory for tonight. That winter season is still kind of going for us as a lot more snow is coming our way. Ball off the backboard for the Red Wolves as Haley Krewald comes up with it. Ball going up to Brooke Yoder, thought about, A long two. Gives it up to Krewald and now to Hamill. Now to Morton on the left side. Morton gets it into Fryman. Fryman goes for a shot on the inside, rebounded by Hamill. Hamill misses her shot, rebounds it herself, and a new 30 shot clock will be up for the Foresters. And a good job by the freshman taking it back out and trying to take advantage of the shot clock. Fryman with the ball, out to Yoder. Yoder for three, no good off the left side, and rebounded by Krewald.
Yeah, a couple key offensive rebounds here by multiple Foresters, keeping this possession going and once again trying to get another crack at that lead that IU East has.
And Fryman going to work down low, and that two-point basket is good. 51-52.
Fryman kind of looking like she got the Hakeem Olajuwon dream shake going on there. See her spin around a couple times.
Yeah, really, when you have a couple of offensive rebounds, you have to take advantage of that. You've got to get a couple points out of that possession. As two-point basket missed by Tia King and rebounded by Sam Hamill.
Yeah, and Tia King has gone cold, Noah, as I believe she's 0 for 3 in her last three-point attempts, but Haley Krewald is not cold, as that is another basket for her. And now guess who's got the lead? It's the Foresters. I'll give you a hint.
53-52, Foresters are ahead. Miller with the basketball on the right side. Three ball up and good for the Red Wolves. That is a dagger into Huntington as Sam Hamill now brings the ball up for the Foresters. Sam Hamill giving the ball to Kaylee Krewald inside to Fryman. Fryman going to work, going to the inside, and that's good off the backboard. 55-55 with 7:35 left to go on the game clock as Tia King brings up the basketball for the Red Wolves. King giving it over to Miller. Miller driving the inside, dump off pass to Cook, and that's a great pass by Miller to Cook. Sets it up nicely for Cook.
And it looked like Sarah Fryman was going to get there and get the steal, or maybe just disrupt that pass, but just a second too slow.
Hamill gives it to Morton. Morton goes the inside. Don't really see a lot of her going to the inside, but she draws a foul, and that will go against number 15, Haley Conway. That'll be her second personal foul. Team's first of the fourth quarter. Casey Morton at the line, shooting two for the Foresters.
Yeah, and Morton on the year is shooting 75% from the free throw line. We'll get some substitutions here. Who's in the game for the Foresters, Noah?
Michaela Avina will be checking in for Haley Krewald, and Matt Reeker also checking in for Brooke Yoder.
And for IU East, we'll see Warland as well as Campbell come back into the game. Remember, at the end of the third period, we did see Campbell go down with what we thought might be an injury, but looks like she's got some athletic tape on her arm and looks like to be fine now.
Tia King with the basketball for the Red Wolves. Going to the inside to Campbell. Campbell passing it right back out to Cook, to King. King back out to Miller. Miller for three. No good. Going to be a little bit long as now 24. Warland gets it and passes it out to King. King trying to drive around Sam Hamill, but not able to. Cross-court pass to Miller. Miller now trying to do a little shake and bake on Avina. Miller out to King, wide open three-point shot, and that's good. Great job taking advantage of that one. So now 60-57, the Red Wolves lead the Foresters. Maddie Reeker now with the basketball, giving it to Michaela Avina. Michaela giving it to Sam Hamill. Now down to Fryman. Fryman goes to work on Cook. Fryman misses it short. Rebounded by Miller. Reeker really needs to stop Miller at this point, but cannot. And Miller gets a wide open layup. So the lead is extended to 5 with 5 minutes and 50 seconds left to go here in this ball game. And timeout by Coach Kohler will be called. That'll be a full timeout, and we will take that right with her. Again, score 62-57 right here in Platt Arena.
What makes the HU music department special, I think, is basically the people that make up the department.
It's like we're one big family. Instead of just friends coming together to sing and do music work. It's more like we're a family, like just brothers and sisters.
Students have an opportunity to bond with one another, being a smaller group. It gives us a chance to interact more closely with the students, to answer all their kinds of questions that might arise.
The professors are really knowledgeable, very talented, and you can tell that they really care about individual students.
We incorporate the community sometimes, so it's really good to get to meet new people from Huntington and throughout the community and just to work with everyone.
The choir performs.
Hello and welcome back to Platt Arena. We have a ball game here on our hands as IU East is currently up 62-57 against your Foresters. Noah, we've seen IU East really in the second half come out and just kind of take away the Foresters, and that zone defensively is not working for the Foresters.
Yeah, IU East really doing a great job of making all the shots as Casey Morton now deep three of her own. That is good. 60-52 cuts the lead down to 2. And now Tia King with the basketball, gives it over to Roseboro, and now back to Roseboro as ball goes to inside to Worland. Worland gets the ball down low and nice reverse layup, 64-60. With 5 minutes and 10 seconds remaining in this ball game.
Yeah, IU East doing a good job attacking the inside of that zone. It's Michaela Avina in some trouble here, gets Sarah Fryman.
Casey Morton, again, deep three, no good. That's a little short and to the right as Roseboro able to get that rebound. Foresters really can't let IU East get another three right now, and that'll be a foul on Casey Morton. That'll be her first personal foul, team's first of this fourth quarter. Haley Krewald will check in for Michaela Avina.
Yeah, we've seen Krewald. She's done a great job tonight, Noah. The hustle that we're always used to seeing there is, I believe Matt Rieker just got a block on that play. Once again, IU East going inside but can't get that one to convert. Foresters are out and on the run.
Krewald gives it over to Rieker, and Rieker will hold it for, will actually come up very slowly as she gives it to Morton. Morton now to Fryman to the inside. Fryman gives it away to Tia King. 2 versus 1. Tia King passes it over to 32. Reese, and she misses a basket, and Morton does a great job of getting back and getting that rebound. 4 minutes left to go here in this ball game as Rieker gives it over to Krewald. Krewald now down to Fryman. Fryman up, and no foul. Coach Kohler really wanting a foul as Reese gives it over to Campbell. Campbell getting a carrying violation, and that was fairly obvious.
You know, I'm a little surprised here we don't see Brooke Saylor in the game right now, as not really in foul trouble, just been having an off night, but you think with the game now under 4 minutes, kind of clutch time, you want Brooke Saylor in this game right now.
Haley Krewald getting the ball inside to Sam Hamill. Hamill going up strong to the basket. No good, rebounded by Campbell. Campbell gives it off to King. And again, 2-3 zone is what defense the Foresters are in at the moment. Giving it over to Reese. Reese inside to Campbell. Campbell easy to, actually, she just misses the layup and draws a foul. That foul will go against Casey Morton. That is her second personal foul. Team's second of this fourth quarter. Campbell at the line shooting 2 for the Red Wolves.
We've seen Campbell go to the line multiple times tonight. I believe she's a perfect 4 from 4 from the line. Make that 5 now. We'll see Kristen Miller check back into the game for number 32, Amani Reese. So at the game now, just over 3 minutes, IU East has a 5-point lead over your Forsters. Make that 6-point lead, Noah.
Casey Morton now inbounding it to Maddie Reeker. Really need to score off this possession if they still want to keep it close. Reeker giving it to Morton. Morton now to Fryman. Fryman, jump shot, three-pointer, no good, but rebounded by Krewald. Actually, it was really rebounded by Tia King, but tipped out of her hands by Krewald. Morton now to Fryman. Fryman goes up again, and no good. Rebounded by Miller. Miller just sprinting down the court, giving it to Roseboro, and layup is good, 68-60. Coach Kohler wants a timeout. And that will be a 30-second timeout, and we will stay right here. Again, some great basketball that we've seen today. Really, IU East has done a great job of just coming in, being confident with what they're doing. Really, here in the second half, they've really turned it on with shooting and a lot more ball movement, I'd say. But defensively, they've also done a much better job, I'd say, too, just because they've had a lot more stops. They forced a little bit more turnovers here in this second half. So we'll have to see if the Foresters can come back from this 8-point deficit with only 2 minutes, 46 seconds remaining.
Yeah, no, in that first half we saw both teams go on a little bit of a run themselves. The Foresters an 11-point run and IU East a 9-point run. But really, in the second half, it's almost been all IU East. The Foresters just look like they're a little bit out of funk and look like they just not really sure what's going on, as we see Fryman drive in and get the foul there. We mentioned earlier, Noah, that the Foresters need a couple big stops here and really a couple big offensive possessions is, I think, what they need more than defensive stops right now.
Sarah Fryman at the line, making her first. Used about every single part of the rim right there. And it's really interesting to see that Saylor is still out of this ball game. And I mean, she hasn't had the greatest night, but just to have that more of a leadership aspect in there, I think would be good. As Fryman again able to make both, not surprised there. 62-68. Roseboro having the ball, having a little bit of trouble getting across. But T. King now with the ball, goes up for a layup, and it's no good. And she will draw a foul. That foul is against number 30, Casey Morton, her third personal foul, and team's third. She's gotten three fouls here in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, we've seen Casey play a lot more minutes in this fourth quarter, so I think that's kind of one of the reasons she's got a lot more, Noah. As we see Tia King convert that one. Only a 77% free throw shooter, which I say only, meaning that not that that's low or anything, but usually you think King, for how good of an outside threat she is, she'd be a little bit better at free throws.
T. King up and good for her second. Again, lead back up to 8 points for the Red Wolves. Maddie Reeker with the basketball, setting up a play, going to Krewald. Looking down low, gives it to Morton, gives it to Fryman. Back outside to Maddie Reeker. Three ball no good, rebounded by Tia King. And Haley Krewald will commit a foul. That will be Haley Krewald's second personal foul, team fourth of the second half. And so the Red Wolves will take it out of bounds. Roseboro inbounding it to King, and really, you gotta love King's leadership. Really, here late in the ball game, when they were still down, she did a great job of just really telling her teammates, look, we're fine, and she went up and made a couple more points, and that's what gave them the lead. King down low to number 24, Worland, and that's easy 2 points for her. Lead now at 10, 62-72, with a minute 35 left to go. Sam Hamill with the ball. Going to the inside against Roseboro, and she will draw a foul on Roseboro. That will be her first personnel foul. Team third of the fourth quarter with a minute 30 left to go.
Yeah, with the game now 10 points, Noah, you got to think the Foresters maybe a couple three-pointers here, but they need a couple big baskets as Sarah Fryman will get one down low. That'll make this an 8-point lead. And we'll see this full court pressure once again.
Almost a traveling violation called on Roseboro, but now Campbell has the ball. Picked up the dribble. Forsters really need to do a better job of coming up there whenever they pick up their dribble. Campbell with the ball fake. Driving to the inside, out to King. 10 seconds on the shot clock now. A minute left on the game clock. And King loses it. And that ball goes out of bounds, so the Forsters will get possession. 57 seconds left to go. Forsters down by 8. Really need to do something quick here. Reeker giving it to Krewald. Krewald to Morton. Actually, no, she fakes it. Backs up three-pointer, no good, just a little short. And rebounded by Worland. Campbell now with the basketball. 22 seconds left on the shot clock. Miller with the ball, up to Campbell now. Down to Miller, and Miller with an easy layup. 22 seconds left on the game clock. Red Wolves up by 10. 15 seconds now. Maddie Reeker cutting to the inside, going up for a layup, no good. Rebounded by Reeker, up for 2, again no good. And rebounded by Campbell, and a late foul called. And that foul will be on Casey Morton, her 4th personal foul, team's 5th the 4th quarter, and so that'll put Campbell to the line shooting 2. And Campbell able to make her first to extend the lead to 11. Campbell doing a great job of really just battling on all cylinders on the defensive side and offensive side. Really been able to shut down Brooke Saylor. And Sarah Fryman now going to not get that last second shot off. So that is the ball game, 64-76. The Red Wolves get the win here at Platt Arena. When we come back, we will have some post-game statistics for you and also an interview from Coach Kohler. We will be right back from Platt Arena.
When a family has to make one of the biggest decisions of their lives, they need more than a realtor. I need a house. They need an extraordinary team of experts working day in and day out to provide service and knowledge to get the job done right. Anything short of intensity, passion, and drive is unacceptable. Introducing the Ness Brothers, an unstoppable force of realtors here to turn the biggest decision of your life into a walk in the park.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, read up music.
Hello and welcome to FDN News. I'm Kelsey Cruz.
Hi everyone and welcome down to Forest Glen Park. I'm Logan Huntington.
Hello, it's Hannah here on Forester Radio 105.5 FM, WQHU. That was just Brother with Need to Breathe, and up next we have Hillsong with Touch the Sky.
Once the floodwaters go down for
this program, I felt like really prepared me well for what it would be like to be in the news industry.
From yesterday to today, the water has certainly risen and spread.
You become a one-man band by the time you graduate, which that's something that people are looking for. People who can shoot, write, and edit all their own stuff.
I was definitely blessed enough to come in and I started calling games right away as a play-by-play announcer.
Longley tipped, down and in, and the Foresters taking the second set. Mateo with a nice cutback, she'll take the hit, left foot, that's in! Takes the 3, that's good!
Through FDN Sports, it's really going to feel like a professional setting. I'm looking to really just take it to the next level, really just upgrade this FDN Sports and let people know that, FDN Sports is here to stay. We're here to battle with everyone.
With radio, students definitely thrive here just because we are hands-on right away. I have a little weekend weather update for you here. Friday, it looks like it's going to be absolutely beautiful, a high of 72. I think radio and podcasting is a great way to have other people's stories shared, whether that be their testimonies or me just having the chance to talk to people and be able to pour into them in some sort of way.
In the past couple of years, we have taken huge strides. We also do live shots, we're doing more news packages, doing more stories that affect the community. With all the politics going on recently, we've been able to do stories about that.
More a lifetime asset than an education.
And God bless you.
And I will let my future take care of itself.
And vote for Donald Trump.
Hey, keep it locked right here on Forester Radio 105.5 FM.
Well, that's going to do it for us here at FDN Sports. I'm Logan Knight alongside.
Well, that's all we have for you in this installment of FDN News.
Welcome back to Platt Arena. The final score, 76-64. The Red Wolves took that lead and really took the game over there in that second half. Ryan, how about you tell us a little bit about the Red Wolves here?
Yeah, for the Red Wolves, Noah, kind of a surprising night. We both thought this was going to be a close game, but we saw Tia King. She had 21 points, topped her season average of 19. She had 5 assists and 5 rebounds go along with that, so a nice night on the stat sheet. She also, Kristen Miller, had 11 points, and Mackenzie Campbell had 16 points. 10 of those coming from the free throw line, so big night for IU East, and that's ultimately what led them to pull out the win.
And for the Foresters, total points for the Foresters, 18 of those points came from Sarah Fryman. 12 came from Maddie Reeker, 11 came from Haley Krewald, 10 from Brooke Yoder. The Foresters as a whole shot 41% and shot 83% from the free throw, 4 of 6. 10 of 6 of 12. But really, a lot of stuff happened tonight in this game. Foresters just could not overcome it all. So that last video that we showed you was of our sports director, Logan Hunt, and he is a senior, and this is his last call. This is his last basketball game with us here at FDN Sports. He is going to do an internship, I believe, down in Indianapolis next semester. So, Logan, we appreciate you. You have taught us a lot over the past year and a half because most of us are sophomores. You've been there for us day one, giving us advice and just making us better people for FDN Sports, but just helping us out as a whole. So thank you so much, Logan.
I mean, I'm speechless. I wasn't expecting that at all, but no, thank you guys. And for everyone out there that supported FDN Sports for the past 4 years that I've been here, it's been a fun ride. We've improved a lot. We have even more to come next year with adding a few more gadgets in our arsenal as well. So I want to thank all the donors that made it possible. 105.5 to the QHU as well for picking up all the games. Coach Platt, Coach Culler, and everyone that supports all of FDN Sports. Coaches, Huntington University, everyone here, and especially you guys here at FDN Sports for being such a good crew to me for my time here.
Yeah, definitely, man. So how about you just take us out this one last time?
As for myself, Logan Hunt, Ryan Lockhart, Noah Tobias, Kobe Solms, and Paige Schreiber, I want to wish everyone a good night, and we'll see you tomorrow right here inside Platt Arena.